The women's basketball team used a strong second half to surge past Elmhurst College in a 105-93 victory. With the win, the squad now sets their sights on a push for the conference tournament. We recap the victory and look at what the team needs to do down the stretch to get into the tourney right now on the Cardinal Report. Welcome to the Cardinal Report. I'm Marc Dahlquist. Joining me to start things off this week is head coach for the women's basketball team, Michelle Roof. Coach, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me again.
Well, it's great to talk about another team win. You guys come up big in the second half over Elmhurst and come away with the victory.
Yeah, we did. It was a competitive game all the way. We knew coming in that it was going to be a close game. Elmhurst is a team that we haven't beaten in my time that I was here. I don't think our seniors had a win against them in the last 4 years. So, you know, kind of a rivalry. Every time we play them, it's close. They've come from behind and beat us a couple of times. So it was big, and obviously for the conference standings, it was one that we needed to go in and take care of business and get a big W.
Yeah, you mentioned the conference standings. With the win, you guys moved to 4-6, where Elmhurst, they dropped to 3-7. So had you guys lost, they would have been in the driver's seat. You guys would have been on the outside looking in. Yeah,
you know, North Park had taken the lead substantially. They were 2 games ahead of all of us. And, you know, looking at that, trying to squeeze into the 4th spot, we knew that Elmhurst, I mean, it was basically a must-win game. And went out, took care of business. I thought the girls played really well, came out with a lot of energy, and you know, made some shots finally.
And it was a back-and-forth game. It could have went any direction, but you guys took control, and you have to be proud of the way your team hit some free throws big there at the end.
Yeah, I did. I thought we finished really well. You know, didn't get tense, didn't get nervous at the end, just took care of business. They did a nice job, got a couple of defensive stops. And like I said, we finally hit some shots. You know, at the beginning of the year, we told them just close your eyes and throw it towards the backboard. And now, you know, we're telling them to go ahead.
You guys are taking shots with their eyes closed?
And now we're letting them open their eyes, you know, and actually line it up. And it's amazing. We hit a few the other day, but yeah.
Well, keeping the eyes open definitely paid off. The Cardinal Report was there to see the team secure its 4th conference win. Let's go to the highlight.
Michelle Todd and the women's basketball team looking to get above 500. They get set to face Tess Godhart and the Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Cardinals with a 2-point lead early on, but the Blue Jays pass it across the court, and Karen Sennett hits the 14-foot jumper to tie it up. That lights a fire under the Cardinals as they push it up the floor and waste no time taking the lead right back on Jenny Swanson's triple. Then Kelsey Cooling heads to the same area on the floor, and she extends the lead from downtown. And there may be snow outside, but inside there's nothing but rain as Kimberly Wilson knocks down one of her 4 threes to put North Central up 5. But the Blue Jays show they can play up tempo too. They push it up and Godhart cuts the lead to 1. Blue Jays threatening again as they feed it down low. Lauren Hernandez gets a hand on the Mel Schwarten shot, but it goes right back to her. She feeds Godhart and the Blue Jays head into halftime up 1. The second half was the definition of a back-and-forth battle, where fans saw 10 ties and 7 different lead changes between the 2 squads. But it's the last lead change that matters most, and Emily Murphy shows her power in the paint to extend the Cardinal lead. Then Lauren Hernandez delivers the dagger with under 3 minutes to go. Cardinals close out the game making 6 straight free throws, and they move into a tie for 4th in the CCIW.
Coach, obviously, you know, it's a huge win for the program, but it seems like this team's been in almost every CCIW game, even though you guys suffered a big loss to the hands of the Wheaton College Thunder. It was a 4-point game at halftime.
Yeah, it was. We played a great first half and actually had a couple shots. We had 2 really nice 3-point attempts at the end of the first half that would have given us the lead. You know, but with this team right now, it's just a matter of them believing that they can go out and play with these teams, you know, play with the Wheatons and Carthages and Wesleyans. And I think once they get over that mindset, which we're still struggling with a little bit, they realize that, hey, you know, we can compete with these guys. We can make good things happen on the floor.
Well, and it's got to be difficult for the players because this is, yes, you're almost a year into this new offense, but it's still relatively new with them, and we're seeing improvements almost every game.
Yeah, we knew, you know, right from the beginning, we're going to get better every single single game. What's happening now the players aren't thinking so much on the basketball court. It's sort of, become natural to them. So now it's just a matter of fine-tuning things here and there, but when it comes down to it now, they're purely playing on instinct and making things happen out there that they don't have to think about throughout the game.
So you really, the offense, you don't want them thinking as much, it seems like.
Yeah, no, we don't. We want them to keep their spacing and just read and react to their teammates, react to the defense and just make it completely natural to play basketball, make decisions, and feel like they're the ones that are in control and dictating the tempo and what happens. And
you mentioned the Elmhurst win was the first time for the seniors. That had to have been nice sending them out, with the win over the Blue Jays.
It was, and of course Jenny Swanson's, little sister plays for Elmhurst, and I just heard that she had talked a little smack on Facebook the morning of. Yeah.
You got to watch those social networking.
Yeah, but for her it was a big win. She had a lot of family, and friends there, and she didn't want to lose to her little sister again.
Nobody wants to lose to their little sibling.
No, not at all.
But it's funny because Jenny actually played with her little sister in high school. She was on the varsity as a senior. So did you guys try to recruit Jenny's little sister at all?
We did. We talked to little Swanee a little bit, and she's competitor and a fighter, and she didn't want to go live in the shadows of her sister, so she chose Elmhurst, and we are glad that things worked out the way they did on Saturday.
Yeah, and it makes sense for most little siblings who want to make their own paths. But Jenny's made her own path here at North Central. Her, Emily Murphy, Sophie Newsom, some of your seniors, they've been coming up really big in these games. Jenny had a couple big threes in that one as well.
They have. Murph's come on real strong the past couple of games. We knew, she had it. It was just a matter of building confidence, and finishing around the rim, which she's shown that she can do. Sophie, I think, leads the country in charges. We wish that they kept track of that statistic. But, she's just so tough out there. She makes things happen and does all the little hustle plays that matter for our team. So, yeah, we're hitting on all cylinders right now. We're playing well. And I thought Saturday was by far our best game this season.
Well, we hope those cylinders continue to fire. Don't go anywhere because we continue to break down the Cardinals with Coach Roof right after this.
Loaves and Fishes Community Pantry provides more than food. We provide hope. With your help, we can provide food and hope to children, families, and seniors in need. Please visit us online to find out how you can join us in the fight to end hunger in our community. Loaves and Fishes, the power of community to change lives.
Welcome back to the show. With us still is women's head basketball coach, Michelle Roof. Coach, so we touched on the CCIW tournament a little bit earlier. The Cardinals have 4 games remaining. Of those opponents, you've beaten 3 of them. So you guys are kind of in the driver's seat, but really anything can happen. Yeah, we can. We feel, we're in a pretty exciting position right now, one that we haven't been in a couple of years. And going down the stretch, we're just trying to get the girls to relax, play basketball like they've been playing, continue to improve. And, we don't want to focus on the results so much. But it's obvious. We've got 4 games to go, 3 of which we really need to win and definitely can win. We beat all 3 opponents in the first round. So we're just trying to stay loose, keep them confident, and go out and play our game and let whatever happens happen. With the win over Elmhurst, you guys are 1 game ahead of them. The season series with them is done, but looming ahead, North Park, and that was the closest game yet this year for you guys in conference. A 1-point win for you guys on their home court. You got to at least like the fact that you guys will be playing in Gregory Arena the next time you play them. Yeah, we like it. North Park and us have had a great rivalry over the years, and they've got a real, senior-dominated, lineup. They've got a lot of kids with experience. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a fun game. We're all kind of looking forward to that game, not wanting to overlook the next 2 games, but we know it's gonna be a big matchup that's gonna probably determine a lot of things. Well, it should be exciting down the stretch. With the win over Elmhurst, the Cardinals move into the final qualifying spot for the CCIW tournament, and we caught up with the team after the game to hear their thoughts for this week's What's the Word?
We have a goal. We know that we want to get in the conference tournament. We're focused on that. We go into practice every day with a new emphasis, like whether it's offensive rebounds, and we just focus on that. and then that goes into the games.
It really feels good. Like, I don't know, competitive person. I hate to lose, so I did not want to go out without being in the tournament. We have to keep playing good. Like, they're obviously a good team, and there's more teams that's in the conference that's really good too, so we have to keep playing, competing our best, and we have a good shot at it.
We got to play like we played today. We got to play aggressive and work as a team, and everything will just work out. We have 3 more games that are winnable, and we need to do it.
It's brutal. It just puts importance on every game that you have to go and you have to show up. You can't ever go in and take a night off because every team we play is good. I think they were able to make adjustments a little bit more quicker, but I still feel like we had some open shots, and again, we didn't finish around the basket.
It boosts us up. It let us know what we can do if we believe. So we all believe in each other, we trust each other, and we all have each other's backs. So I think we can do it. So.
Oh, we're really confident. It makes it more fun. Like, we have something to play for now. Like tonight, we're all really excited. We just knew that if we got this win, we'd be in pretty good position to be in the 4th seed. So
the confidence is really high, especially after a game like this. I have never beaten Elmhurst in my career, so it's really nice, and everybody's boosted off of it.
So, Coach, it's you and the Vikings right now in that 4th spot. What do you think it is about North Park that matches up well with the Cardinals?
We really like the matchup. They typically play about 7 or 8 players, and they really are a team that likes to slow down and play half-court basketball. They've got decent ball handlers, but they're a little bit bigger at a lot of positions, which our quickness favors our type of style of play. So we really like that matchup. I think we've got a lot of athleticism and quickness that we can utilize against them if we can make shots and force them to play at a tempo that's going to wear them down throughout the 40-minute game.
Did they, in the first matchup, ever try to slow down that tempo and try and use their size against you guys?
Well, there's not really a way to do that. In our system, when we're pressing and trapping and running and jumping, you can't slow the ball down. You try to stall a little bit in the half court. They did try to that a little bit, but they got stuck playing at our pace.
And a stat that jumps out at me this year for you guys, everybody talks about the points you guys put up, almost 90 a game, but over 17 steals a game really jumps out to me because that means you guys are very active on defense, and it's not just in the half-court defense, the full-court defense as well.
Yeah, we want to be as aggressive as possible, and as soon as our opponent comes down, with a defensive rebound or inbounds, we want to attack them, trap them. We have 2 people running at them all the time, and basically what we want to do is take them out of anything that they could ever, want to run. We want to force them to have to make decisions on the fly and make decisions at a pace, in a tempo that they're not comfortable playing with. Because typically as the game goes on and players get tired, those decisions, aren't as good as they are at the beginning of the game. And
you've done a great job of keeping the legs fresh on this team. We call it the 5 in, 5 out, almost like a hockey sub, but it's worked really well for the Cardinals, just getting subs in, and nobody on this team is averaging over 17 minutes a game.
Yeah, it's been a good style. We talked about it last time I was here. We have a lot of players with a lot of things to contribute, and we don't necessarily have superstars. We have a lot of players that can that can do a lot of things on the court, and we've been able to take advantage of it and use our depth to basically wear people down, and it's worked well.
You've got some of the players you can rely on for a decent game in your seniors, and Laren Shoemaker is very good down low, but it seems like any game people can step up. Elmhurst game, Kim Wilson hitting 7 big threes, it seemed like. Yeah. I think everybody on our team is playing really confident right now, and it's just a matter of who's going to step up which game. But we have many players that are fully capable of doing so. And even if the team doesn't make the tournament, you got to look at this year as a successful year. It is. I mean, our big goal coming in was to master the system, to learn all the concepts, and basically to take a step and win a few more games, establish ourselves a little bit more in conference. We've done all those things, but obviously, our eyes are on the prize, and that number 4 spot, that conference tournament is where we all want to end up. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Coach, and hopefully you guys can get that prize. Thank you very much. We hope so. Don't change that channel, because after the break, we welcome in 2 Cardinals who are hoping to help push the team down the stretch. We'll be right back.